Hello guys, welcome back. This is Loudmouth Gaming as always, and I currently have the video paused so that I can do a small introduction to this. This is my how to get good analyzing, so it is. So this is part of my how to get good series. I will be going through loads of other things, but this one here is how to get good analyzing. So this is all about analyzing your opponent and you comparing your knowledges between your knowledge and his knowledge. Now the first guy that I fight is fairly new, so give him a little bit of leeway on that one. And on top of that there, I am also using a different mic. This is actually my iPhone earphones mic. So it is, so I will sound different, and this is my first ever time doing proper post commentary. So if it's not fantastic, please go easy on me. This is my first time and I do apologize. Normally all my stuff is live recorded and I can't keep a train of thought whenever I'm doing live stuff. So guys, I hope you enjoy the video and let's get into it. Okay guys, so the video started now, and what I can tell right now is this guy is fairly new. He is also wielding a pyro glove, so I will be expecting pyromancies and a sword, short sword, long sword. It's a sword. And I'll be expecting R1 spam. And he does use those run attacks quite widely. Now he catches me here with a friggin' boulder heave, so he does remarkable, which is very good. But his knowledge was, I'm actually surprised he rolled that up, because I'm as far as I'm aware, that is a true combo. But the guy's holding his own so far. It doesn't go well for him later on in the fight, but he's winging those pyromancies, hoping to get a quick hit. Obviously, he's not as experienced as some of the other people that I have fought. So he is, and he gets some quick hits in there, so he does, but he does, as said, he does use the R1 spam, which means that he's either new or he just didn't get good. Take your pick. So yeah, so he backs up here. Now his friend jumps in for some unknown reason, and I'm just like, what? Now at this point here, he runs away. Now I have it paused because I got a solid read on him at this point, so it did. He is going to turn and do a run attack, and what is he going to walk right into? There you go. Straight up parry, so he does. So hopefully that'll teach him to be a little bit more respectful. Now his buddy joined here, so he did. And you can see him sitting clapping there very, very menacingly. So he is. What can you think's going to happen? Of course he's going to take that big sword and try and smack me with it, which in his case feels absolutely horribly. I bow because it's manners. He seems to just want me dead, and he's swinging that thing like a lunatic. Goes for a parry. As I always say, if I see somebody wielding a cestus, they're looking a parry. I'm going to make sure that they don't get said fucking parry. So I catches me there, which is fair enough. It was a trade, but I think he came off the worst of it. Swings that thing like a lunatic and tries to catch me. That's Dark Souls 1 tactics right there. Goes for the parry and fails. And yeah, so just trying to get a ranging on him. I outrange him on that one, so I do. So ranging is key. I know he's wielding an ultra great sword. It is, I think, one of the longest, because it is the standard one. But Gundir's halberd does have a little bit more range than it. So it does. So he's swinging the thing. I throw a parry out and get completely slapped in the face. Throw out jumping attacks to see if I can bait a parry. He's now starting to roll. He's actually finally getting around to rolling. Throws out that two-handed R2. I try to catch him. Doesn't exactly work. See, distancing is key whenever you're using bigger weapons. So it does, because if you slow weapons are, I just laugh at him at this point. Try acting like a smartass and dodge out. But he throws out a parry. He throws out parries like not ordinary, and he gets killed for it. So guys, on to the next fight. Okay, so on to our next fight. Now this guy starts off by swinging this weapon a whole lot of times. 3 times. I think that was his entire stamina bar, which is a bad idea. Now I'm presuming this guy's new because he did swing it like a lunatic. And on top of that, a lot of people kind of fear this weapon due to the amount of damage that can be done. Now the thing is, this guy just loves swinging this thing one-handed, so he does, and he also has a buckler, so I'm presuming he's aiming for a parry. So I got a quick roll on R1 in there, so it did, and now he's still fairly confident in his weapon choice, so he is. He's getting some space. Now the thing is, with that weapon, it doesn't have insane amounts of reach, unlike the Gundier's halberd. So right now I do have a range advantage, but he doesn't try to compensate for that at all. He's trying to get quick hits in from a range, but the problem is he catches me with two whiffs right there. So he does. The first one misses, so then that means the second one will miss unless I try to get in. I sit here and whiff my R1s and R2s to try and got a trade there. I whiff them to see if I can get him in. See, and then there again, the range has taken a toll on his health bar, so it does. And this is how, basically, he just continues. He's on low health now, so now he's just going to try and keep spacing me. I'm going to keep spacing him. I don't want to get smacked by that again, because that weapon can really hurt, so it can. So he keeps throwing out those R1s. He's not planning, he's not thinking, and he gets caught by an R2 whenever he goes for a parry. Okay, here, so I get dropped into a fight club and only got one fight in because I actually disconnected after this. So not much fun. Now, as far as I'm aware, he has a pyro glove as he just fires that at me. And oh my god, the mix of fire, just lots and lots of fire. So he's also winging an ultra great sword there. He tried to catch me with the life on scythe, oddly enough, which is very good. I never see that spell used very often, and he's also using the Restored Greatsword, a weapon that I have did get good with, and I really can't see much issue with it. Switches to a longsword because it's just not working. Goes to the Witch's Locks because obviously he's a pyromancer. Now the thing is, the Witch's Locks weapon art is incredibly hard to get by, but it is possible. Jumps back to the Restored Greatsword, tries. He is trying here, guys, so just give it to him. He does it, he's throwing pyromancies, a little bit of lag there, goes for the Astora, gets outranged badly. I hit him once just as a hit check, but didn't follow up, which is a kind of a stupid idea on my end. But he's on a longsword here, and he's throwing pyromancies like a friggin' lunatic, but I have a fair idea. Right here I have it paused because I know exactly what he's going to do. Anytime anybody uses Flame Surge, they're going to follow up with R1s to the friggin' high heavens. He currently has a straight sword equipped, so you have to watch your opponent. It's all to do with analyzing. Now watch what happens. This is very interesting. Comes in, bada bing! It always happens. Anybody with Fire Surge will R1 spam. On to the next fight. Okay guys, this fight here is the perfect example of being able to analyze your opponent. This guy is really good, but my issue is he's wielding two of the most overused weapons. First one being the Karthus Scimitar. Now this guy backs up everything that I ever say. This dude is patient and he punishes like a bitch. So he is. All this guy cares about is making sure that he's out of range and he can get into range without getting punished. Now I keep throwing out, I know he keeps dodging, I read him, he knows I'm going to keep throwing out two R1s, right? Just you know, keeping with it, right? So he knows he's gotten me into a pattern, and then I can read him 1, 2, and then you see, right? You can see that I'm rocking the pattern. I'm rocking it, right? Now I'm getting him into a little bit of a rhythm here. Went for the parry, got punished. He read me well, so he did. But now here's the thing, right? He expects me to do a wake-up parry. No, catch him with two R1s, which is actually rather surprising, right? But I know what he's going to do. He is keeping an eye on me, so he is. He is keeping an eye. Now right here, right? I've paused it, right? Because I've already thrown out two R1s. Guess what I'm about to do? I'm about to throw out another two. Because the way it is he has me read to the point that I only did two R1s, but he walked into the third, which means he walked into the fourth as a solid combo. Now he switches over here to a fucking washing pole so that he can run attack spam me. Now this shithead really thinks that I'm stupid. Slap! Managed to catch him on a dead angle from it, and now he decides I'm going to gesture. He does the jump for joy. Well, jump for joy, is it? No, or is it joy? or rejoice, sorry, my mistake. So he's getting into it. He knows that I know my stuff. Did do a cheeky move there by throwing the champion charge. Trying to buffer run attacks. That's a tack that works sometimes and just not all the time. So it does, but you can see here that he's getting himself into a pattern, so he does. Now, this is what most katana players do. He does an awful lot. Now, I've paused it here because he makes one critical mistake. Bang! That was his mistake. He got himself into a rhythm that got him parried. So he does. And this is the last fight, guys. Okay, guys, so I honestly don't know how this will be received because this is aimed towards newer players of the game, and the game's been out quite a while now, so it has, and there's been patches and there's been changes, but there are still new people picking up the game. So this video is more directed towards them and allowing them to get good. Sorry. But what I'm really after is to teach people how to get good, like not by my standards. Like there are different ways of being good at a game. Like like the last fight there, he was being a really reactive player. Now I don't overly enjoy reactive playstyles because they're an absolute nuisance. But yes, guys, this I honestly don't know how this will be received. But as said, it is aimed more towards the newer players. So hopefully it is well received, and hopefully I've thrown out a few tips and tricks. And I will be doing more of these videos just to make sure that I do cover everything. The next video I might do is possibly either playstyles or builds. Playstyles will be very difficult to do by myself, so I might get my friend to demonstrate them because I don't have the patience to be a reactive player. It's just not fun. Whereas I'm just pure aggressive, and it'll either be that or builds. Now there is any God knows of how many builds there is. So if you're still here, I'm remarkably shocked. But guys, I think I've said everything that I need to say. And guys, this has been Loudmouth Gaming. I hope you enjoyed what I demonstrated. Please like and subscribe if you want to see more. And this is Loudmouth Gaming signing off. Goodbye.